All right. Hey guys. Just let some people hop on. Really excited today. All right. Welcome to how to build some rock solid confidence after a toxic relationship. I hope everybody's day has been going great. Or if it's just starting, I hope it goes well. Feel free in the comments to say where you're joining from. I know I got a lot of you guys from local area, but also different parts of the world there, different time zones. So please feel free. Love that. I'd love to know. Amazing, amazing. Okay. All right, perfect. Give me in the chat some hashtag team lives. I'd love to see who's out there, who's with me today. Hey Tony, perfect. Love to see you. I've got Jason with me. I'm so glad you're here. You know what, we were chatting before and you were like so excited to come on. Love it. All right. So today we're talking about something every guy struggles with after a toxic relationship. It's confidence, right? And you know, am I the only one that felt like a shell of my former self after a relationship ended? No, I didn't believe that I could navigate the path forward, and it kept me super stuck for a long time. And I'm excited today to share with you how I built my confidence back and got completely unstuck so that my life could keep moving forward. Yeah, perfect. All right, so if you guys have not connected with me before, my name is Elena, and I help men like you rebuild after a toxic relationship without the overthinking, without the self-doubt, and without getting stuck in your own head. Here, I'm just sharing with somebody because I know that I have some folks asking me how to connect, and so I'm going to help them out here. See if I can get some more people on here so we can have a bigger group, more value for more people. Love it. So confidence is a thing I know that a lot of you guys have told me is a major obstacle for you in that healing recovery journey. And I got you, because by the end of this training, we are going to actually be walking away knowing exactly what you need to do, right, to rebuild your confidence from the ground up. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you guys want and are excited about. You know, give me a yes in the comments if this is something that you're like you're here for today. Who's here for it today? All right, Danny, I see you. Love that. Danny's my man. He's here today. He's here for it. Terry, okay. All right. Terry says, yeah, hell yeah. I love that. Amazing. All right. Well, let's get into it, guys. All right. So today we're getting unstuck together, okay? And I am about to break this all down for you guys, to revealing the three essential elements to building that rock solid confidence that is a must do. It's a must do. So first though, right, we need to talk about something. Like, does everyone know what confidence actually is and what it's not? Right? Does anybody, let's take a stab at that one? It's a tough question if you haven't really like taken a second to think about it, right? Yeah. So I used to think confidence was needing to have all the answers, or that like it was something you had or you didn't. Nothing really in between, right? Well, what I learned is that confidence is about trusting yourself to handle whatever comes your way. Knowing that no matter what happens, you've got yourself. Right? So, cool. We've clarified what confidence actually is now, right? So what would be the number one mistake that men make when rebuilding confidence? What do we think, guys? Share with me. Like, what are your thoughts? Let's start there. What are the number one mistakes? Okay, Cody says rushing the process. That's a good one. Yeah. Jordan says comparing yourself to others. Honestly, that's a I'm sure we all do that. Guarantee. Yeah. All right, so there's many mistakes, okay? Sounds like there's many. But the number one mistake that is made when someone is rebuilding confidence is that, well, I'll write it down here for you. Hopefully you guys can actually read my writing. Right? External versus internal. So what that means is that people will be seeking external validation instead of internal validation. What is the problem with this? Does anyone want to take a stab at what the problem with this is? Another hard question. So it makes confidence dependent on external factors, right? So it means like it can be taken away at any time if we're allowing our confidence to rely on external factors, right? Which really takes away a lot of control for us at the end of the day. And okay, so I've got a personal story to kind of help you guys understand this a little bit more. So when I relied on external validation, okay, and that was what I used to build my confidence, I was at the mercy of other people. And no matter how hard I tried, I worked, I achieved, it never felt like enough. And I was constantly chasing approval. And whether it was from others or from success at work, like it was never enough. I always was left feeling empty. I realized that as long as my confidence depended on things outside of me, that, it could be taken away at any time. And that's when I understood that true confidence has to come from within. So, what are 3 essential elements to building rock solid confidence? That's what you're here for. Okay? Are we ready for number 1? Like, make sure you have a pen and a paper because you're going to want to write this down. I'm just checking my messages. I know there's some people still looking to join. Okay, perfect. So, number 1. Rebuilding self-trust. Toxic relationships destroy our trust with ourselves. I'll explain how. So when I was in my relationship, I told myself a lot of things, right? It won't, I told myself a lot of like, I'm not going to tolerate that from him anymore, right? If another physical incident happens, I'm going to leave. That was a big one that I told myself for a long time. But these things still happened, and I still let them happen. But more importantly, I taught my brain that my words held no weight, no value. I stayed silent and did not follow through with what I said I was going to do. Instead of standing up for myself, which it unknowingly taught my brain that my voice didn't actually matter. Okay? So this is a type of self-abandonment. And when we self-abandon over and over, we lose trust, right, within ourselves. Okay? So by default, we start looking for validation, outside of ourselves, because we can't trust what actually is happening from within. So give me a yes in the comments if you can relate to this. Let me know. It's not just me. Yeah. Some of you guys are definitely relating to this. Good. Okay, perfect. All right. It is super important to rebuild self-trust, guys. Right? Yeah. When you don't trust yourself, you overthink every decision, right? You let people's opinions control you because you don't trust your own. You hesitate, okay, and procrastinate and stay stuck in bad situations for way too long. But when we trust ourselves, build that trust, when we do actually take the time to address that lack of trust from within, it opens up a lot. We're able to make decisions with clarity and certainty. We can handle whatever life throws at us and stop seeking outside approval. You believe in yourself. So, is this helpful? Is this making sense to you? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like you guys are ready for number 2. All right, let's get going. Number 2. Yeah? You guys are good? Right? Let's start this one with a question. So, has anyone thought to yourself, if I do more, maybe they'll finally see my value? Yeah? Maybe if I was more of this and less of that, well, it would have all worked out better, right? So, toxic relationships conditioned us to need to prove our worth. Yeah. I have a story from a client that I did work with. So I had a client, was killing it, like making real progress and feeling stronger and like finally able to see some positive changes. I saw it, he saw it, like absolutely fantastic, super proud of him, was having a great time. But there was a massive problem because he was desperate for his ex to see it too. And, why was this? Because at the time, he still tied his worth to external validation. And deep down, he didn't fully believe in his own value. So he felt the need to prove his progress to his ex, hoping for her approval to confirm that he was finally enough. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't built by proving yourself to others. Yeah, it's built by recognizing your own worth, whether anybody sees it or not, right? It's important to own your self-worth. And if you don't believe in your own self-worth, well, you're just going to keep chasing people that don't actually value you. Who relates to that big time? That's me in a nutshell, was me in a nutshell. You will stay stuck in cycles of overgiving, finally hoping to be enough. And you're going to struggle to set boundaries because deep down, you don't feel worthy of better treatment. So, when you build self-worth, you stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve an explanation. Right? You walk away from what doesn't serve you without feeling guilty, might I add. Right? You're able to set stronger boundaries. And guess what? People actually start respecting them, which is pretty sweet. So who is with me? How is this feeling so far? Yeah. Give me a 3 in the comments if you're ready for point 3. Yeah, perfect. I love it. I love it. John, you're with me. So everybody ready for 3. I want to see more 3s. We're here. We're ready for it. And honestly, guys, number 3 is for the guys who responded to that self-doubt poll that I had this week. They voted that they wanted to stick with what's safe, even if they wanted more. Like, this is for you. This point, you know who you are. This point's for you. All right? All right, so confidence is not built in comfort, guys. It's built in action. And the more challenges that you face, the stronger your belief in yourself really grows, right? Am I the only one who's thought like, I'll take action when I'm ready. I'll get it done, just like I want to feel ready first. You know? Anybody else? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, great. I'm feeling very much heard, seen, and understood by the comment section right now. I love that. Thank you. Great. Yes. Yeah. So, this is a lie, right? That we tell ourselves. Like, readiness comes from taking action, not feeling ready. So, personal story I want to share just to exemplify this concept. So I wanted to take a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. And for the first time I did. I kept watching the moves, asking questions. Like I was just kind of like, I'm a visual learner. Yeah, like looking at what they were doing and the drills. I was hesitant to get in there and try it because I did not feel confident. And I recognized this, that I was preventing myself from taking action and being hesitant. And, I was making excuses for my lack of confidence. So I went in there and I practiced the moves and I flipped a guy and it was great. And I feel more willing to try it again next class. I'm going to be less in my head and much more willing to take action, participate, and grow. All right? So what happens if we stay in our comfort zone? Like, we miss out on growth and success, opportunities, because we're letting fear call the shots, right? We're staying stuck in these patterns. We're never reaching our full potential. Is this sounding familiar? Some people? So, do you see why it's important to step into discomfort daily? You stop being afraid of rejection because you can handle it. And you start taking risks that move your life forward in the direction you want to go. You become the kind of man who trusts himself in any situation. So, confidence is built by doing. The first time it feels scary. The second time, it's a little easier. And the third time, it's second nature. All right, guys. So, for a recap of these 3 points, I'm going to say it in a different way so that it hits different. 3 critical components that will build confidence from within is, number 1, put weight and meaning back into your words. Right? Number 2, choose to tell ourselves words that actually build us up. And then number 3, I'm going the wrong direction, 3, challenging ourselves while supporting ourselves through the discomfort. Okay? And the order of these steps really matter. So you can't actually step into discomfort if you aren't able to support yourself internally first with your words. And you really can't support yourself internally with words if your words don't mean anything. See how this is very sequential? So doing this will help you rely more on yourselves and less on the external world, right? Giving you more power and control over your lives. So, here's my question for you. How many of you want to move on feeling solid about who you are, right? Taking real action in your life, but you feel stuck in old patterns, right? Stuck overthinking your past and scared of messing it all up again. It's really difficult to get there alone. I didn't get there by choosing to heal alone. You're going to have blind spots. There's going to be things you cannot see. And it might be with the way that you're looking for validation from others. It might be with the belief that you're not enough unless you're in a relationship. And those things they're going to quietly sabotage your progress unless you deal with them directly. That's the key to truly rebuilding confidence for good. So you stop falling back into self-doubt, people pleasing, and chasing the wrong relationships. Now, this happens to be what I specialize in. And side note, I practice everything I preach. So my core coaching is helping men recover from toxic relationships, rebuilding their identity, and to create the kind of life that they're actually proud of. So what I do inside my toxic relationship recovery program is the gold standard for helping men get their confidence back. Okay? And taking back that control. If you want to start trusting yourself again, showing up with confidence, and moving forward without second guessing everything, just like my client who went from unemployed, he was stuck in a messy divorce and waiting for the world to fix his life, to taking control, moving to a different state, and securing a solid job, finally standing on his own 2 feet. If you're ready to reclaim your life, DM me the word ready. This is an ultimate fast track because you can integrate years worth of knowledge, failure, trial and error in a fraction of the time you've already spent trying to solve this on your own. And here's what's going to happen. I'll reach out to you, we'll have a quick conversation, and I'll talk to you about what's going on and get clear on where you're at with this. And I'll give you an actionable plan to fixing this. It's going to be relevant to you in your life right now. And if I can't, I'm going to tell you and connect you with someone who can actually help you, be more helpful. But I am pretty confident on how to fix this. And your goal is to solve this problem forever. It might actually be the best decision you make to DM me the word ready. So if you got value out of this training, please comment value. Let me know. Tell me if you want more of this. And seriously, we dropped some serious bombs today on how to actually build some solid confidence. So my replayers, comment as well if you got value because I want to know. All right? I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy days to actually be here with me today. And I'm hoping to see you on the next live training. Feel free to let me know if there's any topics of interest, but do your best and I'll reach out to you guys soon. All right? Thanks.